the Unbowed Queen of Huye. In the heart of the 16th century, beneath the vast rolling skies of what would become Rwanda, stood the independent Bungwe Kingdom. At its heart was Mount Huye, and atop its peak, a queen, Nyagakecuru. She was not only a ruler, but a fierce, living shield for her people. Her reign began after the loss of her husband, Samukende. Now she faced a greater threat, the famed warrior king Ruganzu II Ndoli, whose ambition was to weave all kingdoms into the growing tapestry of Rwanda. Nyagakecuru was determined to keep Bungwe's thread separate. Mount Huye was her mighty ally. Its steep slopes and natural strength made the palace a fortress, a citadel of stone and strategy. Legend whispered that the queen's walls were guarded not only by her brave soldiers, but also by the colossal, watchful python of Bungwe. Ruganzu II Ndoli launched his first campaign, his army a tide of spears and shields crashing against the mountain. But the queen's forces, perched high on the ridges, held the line. They were immovable, like the very rock they stood upon. The first attempt failed. The second attempt met the same fate. Ruganzu, the great conqueror, was stalled. He knew direct force was useless against the mountain and the iron will of its queen. He would need a different kind of weapon, cunning. A cunning strategy was hatched. Ruganzu sent a royal delegation to the queen, bearing a gift of peace, a herd of sturdy, hungry goats, masked as a gesture of respect and friendship. The goats were released near the palace grounds. According to the legend, they quickly devoured the Acanthus montanus, a sacred, power-giving plant that sustained the queen's strength. Some said their frantic movements also scattered the protective python far into the wilderness. The power-giving plant was gone, the python's vigil broken. Nyagakeceru's great defense had been subtly weakened, but her defiance was not. The queen remained on her mountain, undefeated and unbowed, her spirit holding the line. But fate intervened. King Ruganzu II Ndoli, the great expansionist, died while campaigning elsewhere, killed by an arrow, his ambition for Bungwe left unfinished. He had failed to break the Queen of Huye. It was Ruganzu's son, Mutara Isemugeshi, who finally annexed Bungwe years later, completing his father's work. Yet, the story told across the generations is not of the conqueror, but of the formidable queen Nyagakecuru, whose fierce heart and strategic mind became an eternal symbol of resistance, holding back the tide for as long as she could.